Most of what I've learned so far has been from internet resources. Watched a number of videos on YouTube, which helped out a lot. And there's a few websites and blogs on the internet that have quite a bit of information that will help you out a lot. So if you've ever wanted to make your own knife, here to tell you that it's really not all that hard. It's more time consuming than anything. You know, not having the high dollar professional tools to work with. Yeah, you gotta make do with what you have. A lot of what I started out with is just cheap crap tools from Harbor Freight. And I'll show you a few things what I'm using. I did build my own forge to heat treat the metal in, so that's really not all that hard to do either. The components as far as the gas valve and stuff to hook up to a propane tank, I just got down at Ace Hardware. So nothing crazy as far as that goes, and I'll show you that here in a bit too. Yeah, you never quite know what you're gonna end up with when you start playing around with this. This is probably one of my favorite knives I've made, and the original idea was just to come up with a simple utility knife for work, and basically this was the end result. Got a nice little Kydex sheath put together, and this is the knife here. Used an old file to make it. You can still barely make out the file on this side of the blade here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Got some jimping in there for the thumb and on the back of the knife there. Got the lanyard on here. And the handle is G10 carbon fiber. It's black and green, and it turned out pretty nice. I like that. And I just built my own lanyard out of a shoelace. Pretty simple. Found a little video on YouTube on how to do a box style knot on the end of these. They come out okay. You know, nothing crazy, but it gives you kind of something to grab onto to get it out of your pocket. There's no belt loop on this. I just stick it in my side pocket of my Carhartts. Works out pretty good. Okay, this is my latest endeavor. I got some '01 tool steel for my birthday. Woohoo! And basically, you know, you come up with an idea. I'll show you my template. You know, got a wild hair one morning and drew that on a piece of paper, and you can see it's got a Tonto style tip on there. Yeah, kind of a defense combat style knife, I guess. I don't know. And you know, this was the end result. You start playing around with I did a flat grind on this, and things can change as you're making it, and you need to learn to just go with the flow. You know, you don't have to have everything go exactly as planned, because sometimes it turns into something better than what you originally set out to do. I actually like this blade design better than what I put on paper, so you know, that's something to remember. You know, you start doing what you set out to do, and you just kind of let it evolve, and if things change a little bit, it can work out pretty good. Don't be too critical on what you got on paper. So we'll see where this one goes. I think I'm going to do another carbon fiber handle on this. I've got some other material that it's kind of fancy, but I don't know, it'd suit the design too well. I've got some micarta. It's kind of a man-made stone type of material. It's cool looking, but not really for that style knife, I don't think. And I've got this what is it called? Fantasy Marble. I think I'll make a knife for my wife out of this one. I'm not sure. It's awfully pretty. One thing about it though, I tried to buff it on my, tried to polish it out on the buffing machine and it just kind of melted it. So I don't know what's up there. I think I just have to go low and slow with some sandpaper to get it finished out. We'll see. If anybody knows, drop me a line. Okay, as far as tools go, this is just a flatbed 4-inch belt sander. If I'm doing a flat grind, I'll do the majority of the stock removal on that. It's good for straightening out your edges and making sure everything's true. Works pretty good. You know, cheapo, nothing fancy. I think I paid like $70 for that. Over here, we've got the 1-inch by 30-inch belt sander I got at Harbor Freight. It's worked pretty good so far. Good for the smaller details and doing the finish work on the blade as far as the grinding part. And then for sanding the handle, works good for that as well. That's just the Harbor Freight buffing machine. It's got the main buffer wheel on the far end there, and then the fine felt one on this end here for the making it super sparkly. There's the Harbor Freight bandsaw. Works really good. I've used the hell out of that thing. No complaints there at all. Angle grinder, cut-off wheel. Good for getting your main design cut out of your bar stock. And over here, you know, handy Dremel tool. Good for the little details. You know, lots of different files and stuff. One thing to note that works real well, and it took me a couple knives to figure this one out, but I built this little steel block here, and you just stick the knife inside of it and clamp it down, and you know, when you first start your main stock removal, it gives you a nice even line on both sides of the blade, you know, basically where it separates from the handle to the blade. Gives it a professional look. Good thing to make up and have. And I'm running out of cord here, but that's the forge. We'll go over that when I'm using it. Let's see here. Okay. Don't forget the safety glasses, hearing protection, gloves, and make sure you're wearing one of these. You can see all the crap on there. You know, it's either going to go on there or in your lungs. It's up to you. I got tired of hacking that stuff up. Figured it probably wasn't good to have in there. As far as the sheath making goes, I'm not going to make the actual process on the video. I don't have any Kydex right now, but that's the Kydex rivet press right there. You just stick that through the rivet and it roll crimps it. Thing works pretty slick. You put the Kydex in an oven at 250 degrees till it gets soft, and you just wrap it around the knife. And I built this little foam press basically. I need to get some different foam though, because that stuff's melting. You just wedge it between there and put some clamps around it, clamp it down nice and tight. Wait about 10 minutes, and you know, comes out formed to the blade. You got to tweak it a little bit when you get it out of there and finish it up on the sander over there. Make the edges all nice, you know, design it however you want. Then you go ahead and drill your holes and rivet around the edges, and makes a real nice sheath. It's probably the easiest part of the whole deal.